Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions, and in this video I wanted to do a follow-up. I made a video talking about the importance of negotiation, and one of the questions that came about is why is it so important and how can you make money actually negotiating? I tried to give some examples in that video, but I want to give you again a more detailed example in this video and how you can actually start making money literally buying and reselling things. You could even really do it today. It does take time to inform yourself a little bit more about what something is worth. But it's kind of like, finding your niche, right? Once you find your niche and that item that you understand so well, how much you could buy it for, how much you can negotiate it down to, and what you can resell it for, then that's really where you can build your system and overall build your business to have a steady stream going on. So one of the things that I talked about at a very early age that I began to do is, there's much more reselling platforms available now. There's like OfferUp, there's Letgo, there's Facebook Marketplace. All of those were not available when I was buying and reselling stuff in my teenage years. So now, because there's more platforms out there, it's actually a really good thing. Because there's so many different platforms out there, there's only a certain amount of people. Like, let's say that you just upgraded to the newest iPhone and you have an iPhone 10 or an iPhone X, whatever it's called. Let's say you have that iPhone and you just upgraded. So it's not like you dedicated too much time to inform yourself about what that phone is worth. And let's say, you have T-Mobile and they offered you $300 as a trade-in, but you're like, no, I think I can get more for it online. Let's say that it's actually reselling online for those that do it as a business on eBay, on Facebook Marketplace, and Amazon and all that stuff for about $800, right? You were initially quoted $300. Again, you just upgraded to the newest iPhone. So this is just viewed as extra money for you. And this happens super often. So let's say that you get this iPhone 10 and you list it for, $500. Or let's say you list it for $800 because you see that that is where people are trying to sell their iPhone 8 for. You were originally quoted $300. So pretty much if you get anything north of $300, you're okay with it. And because it's such a relaxed sell, so if you're ever given an item or if you're ever given an iPhone and you're offered, a little bit below what you were asking, you are still someone that's most likely willing to accept that offer because it was almost felt like it was given to you, right? And this is where people tend to make a majority of their money. So my goal as a reseller is to not buy from other resellers or from other people that are selling it of what that phone is actually worth. So if a majority of the market is selling it for $800, $900, maybe even $1,000, that's not where I want to buy that specific iPhone. My job as a reseller for this specific product is to, in a sense, build myself that margin of profit. And again, you can do this with negotiation. And the really cool thing is because there's so many different platforms and reselling platforms out there, people can be listing on Facebook Marketplace, but they might not be listing on Letgo or on OfferUp or on eBay, right? Where other items can be selling for a much higher price point because there's much more competition, right? And this is something that, again, a lot of people don't understand. They don't list their product on a bunch of different platforms. They'll list it on Craigslist. They'll list it on Facebook. Why? Why will they only list it on one? Because again, it's not something that they're doing it for a profit. It's not something that they're doing for a business. They really just want to get rid of it, and they're more willing to be more laid back and just let it go, right? So when it comes down to being able to buy that phone for $500 or for $600, that on eBay or that on Amazon, those iPhones sell for $800 or $900. So therefore, you just built yourself a nice little profit margin. So again, the really cool thing about reselling is not that you need to buy every iPhone out there. There's only a certain amount that are good deals, right? Same thing when it comes down to buying and reselling cars or buying and reselling real estate. There is no difference. The concept is, in a sense, the same. Your job is to inform yourself what something is worth, what you're willing to pay for it as a reseller, and what the market is, in a sense, selling for. So by you understanding those three variables, it can at least allow you to make a little bit more of an informed decision. Now, are you going to make mistakes? Of course, mistakes do happen. Market prices are always changing. Things can drop in price. You can buy a product and it might not be as expected. And that's the risk that something comes in when it comes down to you being an investor or an overall reseller. But your job is always to dedicate time to inform yourself about what something is worth, what it's selling for, and then also how you can build yourself that margin of profit. The thing that I'm really excited about is for those that have maybe less than $1,000 to work with, I wouldn't try to buy and resell iPhone 10s or anything like that. There's a lot of iPhone 5s, iPhone 6s that are selling around the $100, $200, $300 range. And the really sweet thing about that is that if you dedicate time and see what they're selling in your general area, and again, one of the things that I did at a very early age is I knew that by selling items as in these iPhones online, because there's much more people that are buying on eBay and buying on Amazon in comparison to OfferUp, which is just local people, I can reach hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people online. So I know the competition is much greater and the prices are much closer to one another when it comes down to selling online. So one of the things that I began to do is I began to create listings of these iPhones that I knew that were selling in my area, but I would list them for sale on eBay or on Amazon. And I knew that they were selling for a much higher price point than they were selling locally. So if I were to get a buy, meaning that if someone were to actually buy this iPhone for $250 that I knew that I could buy in my area for, $180 or $50, I didn't even really have to stress too much about the transaction, right? Because I knew what I could buy it for in my general area. And if someone is willing to pay for $220, $250 online, then again, I just built this little system where I can almost automate, right? If I at least know that there is a supply of iPhones selling at a much lower price point around my general area, and there's a demand for iPhones online for a much higher price point, then the really sweet thing about that is that all I have to do is create these listings, and once I get someone that buys those specific iPhones, then I can just do my part in negotiating for those around my general area and actually resell them for a profit without really having to stress about having to find a buyer. And I've seen people do this when it comes down to a bunch of different products online. There's even businesses that just manage and focus solely just on this specific concept. So I hope that by understanding the importance of how dedicating time to inform yourself about what something is worth, what the market price is, right? What people are buying and selling them for, and what you could potentially negotiate it to. Again, the goal isn't to buy every single iPhone out there. The goal is only to buy the iPhones out there that are actually worth buying to resell for a profit, that are good deals. And they don't happen necessarily every single day. They don't have to, but the beautiful thing about that is that by being well informed, you can make sure that you do your part in only investing in those that are worth your time and worth the margin of profit. I really hope that this video gets you one step closer to your overall goal. I hope that I earned a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.